Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even?
Hey, how's it going, nerd and nerdette aficionados? My name is Video, and welcome to another DD Mark. And in this DD Mark, I'm gonna be talking about something that I believe I should have covered way earlier, considering, what my content mainly surrounds. Manga lol. But in this video, I'm gonna talk about how to create/draw a W shonen manga. Now, if you caught what I just said, I said a W shonen manga, not just some meh generic piece of crap. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like 90% of shonens that are created today. They're soulless, generic, copy paste. Nah, son, none of that here on my channel. Y'all know that on the DD Mark channel, if I'm teaching you how to cook something up, I'm gonna be making sure that I'm teaching y'all how to use some sauce, baby. Nice. Essentially, to translate my dumbass knees, I'm gonna teach you how to create the shonen that stand out. Like, maybe not even be completely unique, but like, even if they do follow a lot of tropes, they still execute in a unique and amazing way. If you're still not understanding, I'm essentially gonna be teaching you how to create shonen stories like these ones on the screens. Yeah, you get it now, don't you? Yeah, but I'm gonna be making it relevant how to make a shonen manga video in 2022. Most how to make shonen manga videos always talk about that old, outdated format of shonen that relies too heavy on tropes and that I wanna be insert title here type of stuff. Nah. But anyways, I'm making this video for one reason: to teach you, my audience, how to create a shonen, more specifically a unique shonen. But let's not waste any more time today, because you know what they say, y'all, time is booty. What? So yeah, let's go. Okay, so before I absolutely penetrate this video topic, I need you all to understand what a shonen is. Well, for this video, I am only going to say a shonen is a story aimed at young boys, usually in the age range of 12 to 18. That is all you need to know. Like literally, like actually screw every other definition here on YouTube. A shonen does not need to have a young boy protagonist. They can be 40 years old. They can be 80 years old. A shonen does not need hypersexualized female characters. It doesn't even need any form of sexualized characters. A shonen does not need the power of friendship. It does not need to be Japanese. The protagonist doesn't even have to be a boy. It can be a girl. It can be somebody's grandma. You know what I mean? And to be very honest, just between you and me, it doesn't even need to teach a good moral lesson. Like, I'm tired of all these videos that tell you a checklist of things you need to add to your story to make it qualify as a shonen. No. No. The only thing that I need you to keep in mind when creating your shonen is who your target demographic is, which are young boys. So, ethically, there shouldn't be nudity or any unnecessarily detailed amount of gore in it. You get me? The reason I'm saying all this is because it'll matter when I dive into the 2 steps of creating a W shonen story. These 2 steps being step 1, come up with your story, and step 2, drawing and producing it. Yeah, let's start with step 1. Okay, so coming up with the story, this, ladies and gentlemen, is the meat and potatoes of this video. This is what I need you all to pay attention to when you're making a shonen. And because I want to keep things brief a little, I don't want to talk for too long. But I will say that the first thing you need to ask yourself is, how do I stand out from the literal millions of other people who are trying to make it in this competitive field? You know what? Actually, nah, scratch that. Let's go back a bit first. So first off, let's come up with the premise or the plot of the story. And then we can ask ourselves how to stand out. Now, there are multiple ways to come up with a story. Like, you can start with a what if scenario. For example, you can ask yourself, what if all of humanity was turned into rocks and only a few people got out from it thousands of years later? Or what if there was a guy who could beat everyone with just a single punch? Now, if you're paying attention, I just described Dr. Stone and One Punch Man. You see, a lot of stories that we love that might seem so complicated can actually just be boiled down into a simple what if statement. Now, the what if situations aren't the only ways to think of a story premise. There are many. And this is not the video to talk about that because I don't want it to go for too long. So I will, however, recommend watching this Mark Crilley video for different ways and methods to come up with an idea. I think he did a good job on it there. But yeah, basically once you have your plot, you know, your premise, your idea, the next thing is to ask yourself, how do I make myself stand out from others out there? There are multiple ways to stand out. Like, you can have an unorthodox protagonist or an orthodox antagonist. You can have a really unique power system, a different style in world building, a unique story premise. You can tell the story in a different and unique order. Like, you can tell the story in like a non-chronological order. You can start with a major scenario and then go back to the beginning to build things up to the point you already hooked your audience with in the beginning. Like, standing out could be something simple like this, okay? In my own series, titled Metal Souls, a shonen story that I plan to have like insane One Punch Man level fights, like between mechas and kaiju monsters and etc., has a black protagonist. Now, that's one of the many ways my story stands out. like yo, have you ever seen any shonen ever in your life with a black protagonist? If you have, you can only count them on one hand. And having a black protagonist isn't the only way my story stands out from other shonens. No. There are many elements to my story, my characters, my world building, and my power system that I believe are unique. The black protagonist thing is just something I added because, well, why not? I mean, I'm a black guy, why not make my protagonist black? There's no racial politics or whatever in my stories. I think I'd rather die first than put something like that in my work. It's funny how I said I didn't want this video to be too long, but like, here I am rambling. But essentially, when creating a shonen manga, you want to, number one, keep in mind your target demographic. You know, young boys. Number two, stand out. And most importantly, number three, create a good and engaging story. That, ladies and gentlemen, is all you need to make a shonen. You know, I think this mindset is what allowed for the birth of stories like Attack on Titan, Chainsaw Man, Dawn, Hell's Paradise, Death Note, etc. Because these stories don't seem to care too much about the usual tropes or cliches or thought processes that's, air quote, supposed to be in a shonen. Like even manga like Kaiju number 8 and Jujutsu Kaisen, although follow a ton of shonen tropes, still sat down and asked themselves, how do we stand out from everyone else? So it's like those two are familiar in their form of storytelling, but they still stand out in their execution. And if you've read those two, you know what I'm talking about. So to be honest, this entire video is me saying there's no hard rules when it comes to making shonen manga. The only rule is to think about your target audience. Again, for shonen, it's young boys, and think about what would be ethically okay to show in a story for people as young as 12 years old. So like I said, don't include any topics, themes, imagery, or anything like that that's too extreme for little boys and girls or whatever, because PS, although shonen means for young boys, young girls or anyone for that matter, pick up and enjoy shonen stories. But yeah, that's pretty much it for step one, honestly. For step two, oh my god, y'all, I'm sorry if I sound tired. I am just tired. But whatever. For step two, after coming up with a uniquely concepted or uniquely executed and engaging story, it's then time to draw the work and produce it and yada yada yada. To be honest, this step did not even need to be in the video because I already have a how to make manga video, go check it out. But I wanted to add this step to emphasize that this stuff always requires work. So think about your story, characters, plot, or whatever, all you like. But if you've never done the work or if you never put the pen to paper and released the manga, no one's ever gonna care. And that's just facts. But yeah, pretty much that's all I have. Video over. But wait, don't click off yet, people. I want to show you guys something, okay? Okay, so you guys know how I recently just got published by Saturdayam or whatever, and my series Metal Souls just started. By the way, stay up to date on that because, you know, it will go hard as heck in the future installments. But yeah, anyways, I'm in Saturdayam now, and I just wanted to let you know about the graphic novel program they have. Essentially, long story short, these Saturdayam graphic novels are available for pre-order. So if you guys want, you know, you can go check it out and pre-order them because, you know, it would mean a great deal to me. Besides, these books doing really well would just mean more graphic novel opportunities for other Saturdayam artists in the future. Like, you never know, and I don't want to jinx it or whatever, but you would be giving Metal Souls by Diddy Mark in bookstores someday a chance if these books do well. So yeah, essentially these books will release later this year into bookstores and around the world, but they are available for pre-order now, so you should go check it out if you want. But yeah, anyways, thank you all for watching this video. Make sure to Holy Ghost smash the like button. Wait, different channel. Make sure to destroy the like button. Make sure to subscribe, and don't forget to leave a comment because I respond to any and all comments. Till next time, nerds, I'm Mark Manga, signing off. Peace, nerds.